Let's see if there's anything in this. Okay. I don't like what I did on the side of the glass, but the little bit ahead is not bad. Is this plugged in?
Nope.
Let's plug it in. I'm gonna use it.
Go there.
We gotta dance around each other, Tommy. You know what I could also use a rag.
Just test it.
Yeesh. All right, so when I'm working in a tight set like this, and I don't want to drip beer all over it, I'm absolutely going to get a rag in there and grab it. I don't want to let that stuff drip in. It's just going to be a problem for me. Got my handy opener. Yeah, I don't like what I did there. You?
Nope.
No good. So I still experiment, even to this day. I'm still playing around, just trying to see what I like. Sometimes I'll try things and hate it.
Try a spoon and
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need that. Actually, you know what, Tomas? I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna drag it out with the... The reason I don't like doing that is it's not great for the pump to not have much in it. It's a pretty beer. Are you ready, Tomas?
yep.
Hit it. Ooh,
the head's way too hot.
The head's way too hot, and that camera is just destroying it. You know what? We're gonna pull it. Nice thing about having that base file, I can start to take my set apart, right? I want to shoot this in pieces. I don't want all that reflection coming off of the camera into my beer. It's just ruining it. So I'm gonna make some adjustments. Try that.
You can lower even more, a little bit. Still a bit hot.
All right, that's 2 stops out. Okay, not bad. I do see that I have a tangent with the label and back, which I don't like, and I've got a little bit of drip on there. I want to clean that up. We do have a clean glass from before. If I ever need to pull that in, I can, but I'm going to try to do a little of it now. So first thing is, the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to raise the liquid level, because if you see on that frame, the top of the liquid is tangent with the label behind it. That's that intersection that I was telling you about that I really hate when those things kind of happen. I want to eliminate 2 objects or 2 surfaces lining up where one appears to be an extension of the other when it's not. Go ahead and pop that.
That's good.
I'm gonna give it a little stir. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that this head is supposed to be nice and creamy. Has a lot of delicate bubbles. Go ahead and do that. So I'm just stirring it and trying to get that top nice and clean. Looks pretty good.
Just try bounce something from behind to have some.
Sure. Although we've turned down this top light so much, I don't think we're going to get much. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, it is coming in a little bit.
Yeah, it's good because you have some gradients. You can see some bubbles. See?
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That head is really nice. This I don't like. All right, let me go back a second. Let me click on that last one, thanks.
What I don't like here is that.
Yeah, that line, which. Oh, you know what that is? It's the gold on the back side. Okay. Yeah, it's that back side of that. Okay. Won't be able to do anything about that. Post, right?
It doesn't bother me.
All right.
Or, but the image is yours, right?
The image is mine.
Post.
I can fix it in post. That's actually, look at that. That's actually really pretty right back there.
Yeah.
Like that's beautiful little light on that. All right, let's mark that for the front glass. So we put in a gold card. We're actually getting a lot more light out of that top light than I anticipated. We were first giving that IMPA spot a little bit of juice kind of coming through the glass to try to boost up that exposure. I also just put this gold card in, which gave me a lot coming from the top light. What we are seeing from this perspective, I have kind of a chunk that's taken out of that glass where it's darker when I'm holding the gold card in. It's because the gold that's wrapping around on the backside is blocking that light. So it bothers me a little bit. It doesn't bother Tomas a little bit. I'm gonna work with the retoucher and kind of see where we are once we have most of the image composited together, and then I'll make that decision if I want to kind of blend that in and do some digital work to it or not. But I like that. I'm going to work on the glass in the back now. Let's pop another.
You have some left here? Almost nothing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's just not enough. Is it making a mess?
That's Rob Grimm.
It's everywhere. It's on the floor too. All right. Dang it! I just moved my glass. So I did make a mistake there. I rested my bottle on the glass and I just touched it a little bit. It's okay. I can touch it back. I can still line this up pretty easily in post. All right, you ready? Good?
Yeah?
All right, let's work on that head.
I think the head's nice. I think.
I want to flatten it a little bit.
Oh.
I'm not saying that right. I want to even out the bubbles a little bit. I've got some huge ones in here. I'm going to poke those out. They're just way too big. Man, I got a lot of them. Go ahead. Got hot again, didn't it?
Just a bit. Like, doesn't bother me too much actually.
Do that. Ooh, pop that for me. Nope. Okay, try that one.
Yeah.
Again, I can start taking my set apart. I don't have to have everything out there right now. I can start to kind of work in pieces since I have the main part of the image. Go ahead and do that. That's nice, right?
The way it is, just get a little bit closer to the glass. Is it possible?
Yeah. What are you seeing? I can't see it from here.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
It's pretty close to the golden foil on the other side, right?
Yeah.
And because you're shooting from a higher angle, a top angle, you won't have room for some gradients or reflection.
Are you ready for another one, buddy?
I'm always ready, Rob.
Hang on. Okay, go. Good? All right.
This is really nice.
Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Yeah, you know what? I think that's actually a really pretty highlight. So you know what I'm going to do is, so let's mark this for the glass and back. I definitely want to take a cleaner glass above the liquid level because I've got some residue in that. Also mark this for that little bit of gold highlight that's coming on the main bottle. And the very last thing I want to do, I want to hold this gold card in on the bottle. I want to see if I can get a little bit of life into that edge of the wax.
Yeah.
All right, switch back to capture one.
And I think it's nice if you just do it.
If I what?
If you bounce across the neck, so you have the.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm going for. I'm probably going to have to do it in a couple different pieces, but pop that.
I think you can get really close to the. Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, the whole neck actually.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. Go back one. I was just kind of analyzing it, at least from here. Remember, I said that I like to look from a distance. I want to see the image from a little bit further back because that's how you're normally going to be viewing it. You're not going to be right on top of it. Sometimes that helps me. Well, I like some of the highlight that's under the wax that's giving it life, right? Like, I like some of that. Don't like all of it. Did I get it on that other side? No.
Yeah, that's it. You want more?
That's a pretty, actually, you know what? That highlight is going to connect with the other one that was coming from the beer capture. Mark that one for sure. And I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to have it a little bit more subtle from this other side. Try that right there, please. That's good. That's good. Let's take that for the wax kind of edge on the left side of the bottle. I think that's going to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's almost going to do it. Almost going to do it. I'm going to do one more thing for safety. So here's the last thing I'm going to do. I'm going to give myself one more option in case I change my mind later. I've got 3 glasses out there. I'm intentionally leaving one empty because I like the idea of, okay, again, community, right? People coming together, they're having cocktails together, they're having beers together. There's that idea of socialization. Having one empty glass implies that somebody else is coming, that somebody will be joining the party, that they're not quite there yet. But I'm not sure I want to marry myself to that, so I'm actually just going to pour a little beer in there. I'm going to capture it again. If I want to actually have that as a full glass or have a little beer in there, I'm going to give myself that option. I can change my mind later in post, but at least I've done it now versus going, oh man, why didn't I put beer in that last glass? Once the set's broken down, you're never going to want to rebuild it to do this. So just go ahead and give yourself that extra opportunity. Right?
Yep.
And you know what? I'm going to really cheat. You know how I'm going to cheat?
Just move it.
I'm going to mark it. I'm going to move it. So when I say I'm cheating, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mark the glass. I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to pour it on the side of the set because it'll be a lot easier. And then I'll put it back. It just will take a lot less time. Hey, do you have a can of air handy? Thank you. So this is also a good way before you put a glass into a set to get the air out of it. Turn it mostly upside down and interject that air into it. It'll blow it all back out. And if you want to pour a beer without interjecting any head into it whatsoever, pour it as horizontally as you can. Because if you remember those other 2 beers that I poured when they were on set, I had 2/3 of the glass was foam. When I pulled it off like that, I'm able to pour it basically horizontally. I get almost no head at all. Let's see if that's enough. No. Will you move the notes out of the way? Thank you. I think I want to raise that level, don't you?
Yep.
I want to go up. So again, we're talking about tangents, right? I have the surface of this liquid that on frame, because of my camera height, is almost tangent with the surface of the edge of that tray. It doesn't look good. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to raise it up and bring it higher. I'm looking to eliminate any place where the eye is going to get stuck and go, ew. All right, let's pop it. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. Pop it now. Yeah, that's good. All right, where'd my chopstick go? Got a couple big bubbles I want to get out. Pop that. This beer is interesting to me. The head actually produces a weird mix of tiny, tiny, tiny gentle bubbles with these really monstrous ones that almost look like a hole in there. All right, whoa. You ready? Thank you. It's quite huge, isn't it? Yeah. All right, let's let it settle for a second. And you want to try that one for me? Oh, that's pretty. So if you look on screen right now, we've got a really nice glow coming through the liquid. The bottom of the head is actually kind of creating a dark line, and then the head is, well, again, there's really beautiful contrast going in there. I like it. All right, Tomas, I'm going to try to kill some of those bubbles again. And then we'll do one more pop. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Done. Mark it. Love it. All right, so I'm at that point again where I'm really happy. Remember, I broke this down into multiple components so I could shoot for labels, for bottle, for the background, for the glasses above the liquid levels. And all those things we're going to put together in post. Again, everything I'm doing for the most part with this is composited, but what's really important here is the fact that we're setting tone, we're setting mood, we're setting desire. In the viewer, I want them to feel like, I want to have that beer in that setting now. And we're giving it a backstory. I did some research on the brewery and on its story and kind of came up with a theme that I wanted to go with. And it tied in the safari idea, which is clearly the obvious choice, right? It tied in the safari idea and saving big game, but I took it a little bit differently and I personalized it. I thought about kind of the Brits doing a safari 80 years ago. I threw in some of my own stuff when it comes to really important Beatles lyrics that were written in what I feel is kind of that same style of being on safari, being on travel, and writing down into a journal. I threw in an old picture of my mom and my grandmother in there, just as this little personal touch, but it goes with the camera that's in there and the idea of this person traveling away from their family and wanting to have that photograph to remind them of home. So I've put all that together into what I think is a nice thematic image, and it tells a story. That image is going to tell a story, and hopefully it's going to be really true to the brand itself.